how to make game passes on Roblox Studio. In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to display game pass purchase window using ProximityPrompt and touched event. And I also give you the source code and the game file which you can download. Hello, I am CodeGodzilla and I'm making educational videos on Roblox Studio. As you know, you can earn a lot of Robux on Roblox, and this video will take you to the next level, so make sure you watch the entire video. The video is divided into these sections to make it easier for you to watch and understand. I downloaded 2000 game passes of the most popular games on Roblox, and this is the animation. As you can see, some game passes are quite cheap, costing only 2 Robux, but some can be quite expensive as well. Some are 10,000, 100,000 and some even 1 million. First step is to create a pass. The create pass is possible on the official website createroblox.com. Here you have your creations. Find your creation, click on it, and there you have associated items. Click on the passes tab. Here we have a nice blue button, click on it. Now we have 2 inputs and a picture changing place. Change the values as you desire. Once this is done, you can open a sales tab, and on the sales tab you can change the price. You can make it as high as possible or as low as possible. If you want to be rich, make it really high. If you want to be poor, make it slow. Good job, you have finished the step 1, but you need to be focused because we are continuing with the demonstration. We are going to create 2 parts and we move those 2 parts in our new folder, and the new folder is just because of organizational reasons. We are going to create a server script here. I repeat, it is a server script, not a local script. We are going to use MarketplaceService, but at the moment we don't need it. We will delete it, but we will use it later. So let's create a proximity prompt. We create a proximity prompt inside of part 1, and let's implement the code now. First, let's get access to those 2 parts. We can create 2 new variables and we can get access using script parent. Now let's implement the ProximityPrompt triggered event. We can do that by ProximityPrompt.triggered, and it has a callback function. And let's print it out so that we can see that it is working nicely. So when we run the game, we can see that inside of a console log, it has printed it out nicely, ProximityPrompt triggered. So that works well, good job, but let's continue, stay focused. As part 2 demonstration, we are going to use touched event. Touched event is a very important concept and you might find it useful in your game as well. Here I am going to use my plugin. It is artificial intelligence plugin. When I highlight the code and click run, we can see that it works nicely. It got us a player instance from the part. It's very important. And let's see if it works nicely. So if the player touches the part, we can see that it prints the player instance out nicely. But you can also see there was a bug. It was printing out nil, and it happened because sometimes it does not find the player instance. And there was a second bug, and the second bug was that it was calling out the touched event all the time. We don't want that. Therefore, we are going to add delay function here. After player touches the part, there will be a 2-second delay before calls the function out again, and we can see that it works nicely. You can find the plugin in Roblox Studio using the toolbox feature. Simply search for AI plugin. There are few options and one of them is mine, AI Assistant by CodeGodzilla. Simply install it, set up it and use it. Let's get back into video. Alright, this is our last step. You have been doing very good job and the video is almost finished. We are going to implement handle GamePass prompt. It is a utility function, and I'm going to use that utility function in touched event callback and also in ProximityPrompt triggered callback. And now let's implement the GamePass functionality. For that we need the GamePass ID. You can get that by copying it from the official website, like I did here. And now let's create a variable for that. I make it uppercase because I'm not going to change it. Now let's read the official documentation. Always read the official documentation because you can't memorize the functions. So you have to find them, prompt GamePass purchase. And another function that we need is, let me find it, user owns GamePass async. Alright, so now let's use those functions. First we need to get access to the marketplace service, and we can do that by using getService function. Now let's implement the boolean. Boolean is only true and false, and we are going to use the function here, user owns GamePass async. And if the player does not have the GamePass, then we want to prompt the purchase window. Obviously we don't want to prompt it when user already has a GamePass, and that's why we have to have this if statement. Now let's find another function that we need. This is prompt GamePass purchase finished. This is important because after user finishes buying a GamePass, you might want to make changes in your game. Perhaps you want to call out some kind of remote event, perhaps you want to add values to data storage service, perhaps you want to change a workplace, maybe you want to open a door, whatever. So this is the callback function, but in my demonstration we just add a console log. But if you need to continue it, and obviously you need to continue it, you need to add there some code. Alright, let's test it out. Now when I run the game, we see that there is a bug. There was a big red message, and the red message was because it got a wrong value in a function. We can see that all those other functions are taking a player instance, but for some reason this user owns GamePass async function takes a user ID, not a player. So let's test it out after fixing the bug. The main account that I'm using in Roblox Studio that created the GamePass already owns the GamePass by default. Therefore, when I'm running the code, it says I already have the GamePass. In order to test it, I have to log out and log in with another account which does not have the GamePass. As you can see, with my another account, the prompt is nicely displayed. By the way, you can find the source code on GitHub. Going to this URL, CodeGodzilla Roblox Studio Game Examples. Here we have a list of games,